another fine day of Hearthstone action. We are here in day 2 of this Hearthstone Alley tournament here in Singapore. So, you know what? I am super excited. We've got a lot of games today. We're going to be covering a lot of the loser bracket players over here, and then we're eventually going to reach the grand final. So today is going to be a packed day indeed, just like it was yesterday. I'm expecting a lot of fun and exciting games. What about you, man?
Yeah, definitely, man. Looking at this team lineup here, they're going up huge, very solid decks overall. And looking at the finals, right, it's gonna be one of the best game ever.
I mean, Z's who's already, secured his spot there in that grand final with his, amazing Rush Down Lock, and the fact that he won yesterday against that very, very strong deck that Kiro had, the Warrior deck. That turn 10, killing you with that one turn.
The Molten Giant Dream, man.
Exactly. Even if you had like 30 HP, it didn't matter at all. Even if you had Armeus, it didn't matter at all because he did so much damage. It's so amazing. I'm really excited. Let's go ahead. Let's check the brackets a bit. I do believe that the first match we're going to be covering for today is going to be Xinhuan versus Allura. So, guys, I hope you are ready for this because we are ready. My name is Larc and I'm your main caster. With me, of course, is none other than Seth. So let's get this game going. Let's go, guys, because we're ready for some Hearthstone action.
Yep.
Alright, so I want to ask you a little bit first. What deck do you think that both these players are going to toss out over here in this first match?
Looking at the first matchup, right, it's always better to go with Paladin for first matchup since it's a very solid and stable hero power to deal with.
Right.
And the hero power, right, actually has an impact in the game, whereas mages, right, actually do 1 damage to it, but in turn, it doesn't actually have a board presence if you keep on playing his hero power.
Yeah, that's really true. Alright, let's take a quick look here. At the starting of Xinhuan, we have a water elemental, a harvest golem, in fact 2 harvest golems, so it seems like he wants to mulligan one of them. What do you think of this play over here?
Well, looking at Xinhuan's mage deck, he could actually mulligan the water elemental as well as the second harvest golem for aggressive early game.
Right.
Because harvest golem itself is one of the very good 3 drops. But right now he has a lot of 1 and 2 drops.
Right. And as for Allura, take a look at it. Faceless Manipulator, Lay on Hands, Holy Light, True Silver, and it seems like he's just gonna go ahead and mulligan those 2 cards of the. Oh, he gets it back again.
He gets it back.
What a poor draw over there. But
them
anyways,
RNGs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So Xinhuan starting, he gets double Flame Strike already, so a lot of board clear potential. I don't think though that Allura runs a lot of heavy early drops, does he? Or am I mistaken? I think it does.
It does. This is mainly what you would call somewhat a hybrid 6-house miniatures deck. You have a lot of small minions buffed up by Sword of Justice to have a very huge presence. But looking at Xinhuan hands, obviously that 2 Flame Strike is not what you want to have this early in the game. You'll probably stay dead until turn 6, turn 7, since he went first.
Yep. So, in this kind of situation, would you just play the Harvest Golem? Or, okay, it seems like he wants to go for it. Do you agree with this play?
Harvest Golem is the safest play. Even if he gets coin through a Hammer of Wrath, you still have a 2-1, which is still going to clear 1 of the creatures.
Right.
But Mana Worm here would be the more aggressive play, since as a mage, right, you also expect damage to come out.
Yeah, so it seems like that on the other side, the Allura coins into a True Silver Champion and just goes for the Golem and trades it nicely with his 1-1. So again, seems like he's established. Well, there is really no board control now.
Yep.
But of course, he's taken 2 damage already so far in this game. And out comes the Water Elemental though from Xinhuan.
Yeah, definitely one of the best choices there. Since even if the Paladin attacks into the Water Elemental, he'll get freeze.
Yeah,
and the weapon doesn't kill it.
Yeah, actually that's quite true. But it seems here he's gonna go ahead and just Holy Wrath this, and gonna go for the attack as well. So definitely gonna be killing off this Water Elemental, and it seems that now there is no creeps on the board yet again.
Yep.
So in this kind of situation, I mean he has the Mana Worm, he has the Savannahs, but it seems like he's gonna go ahead and Dark Iron. Do you agree with this play at all?
Well, looking at his hand, he doesn't have much spell to work with Mana Worm, so playing the Dark Iron draw for a better board presence is the best play here.
And this Mana Worm, yeah, it seems like he's going to go ahead and throw it out. Yeah, he's going to end the turn here. I don't think there is any way for Allura to actually deal with this. But he does have the equality there, and he does have Consecrate, but unfortunately doesn't have enough mana for this yet. So I'm guessing the better play here is just to coin. I mean, not coin, I mean hero power, or just play a mob, like the Blood Knight even.
Well, he could go for the more aggressive play, which is you could Argent Protector. You get, drop the Elder Peacekeeper and then Argent Protector.
Alright, so he's, okay, I guess in a sense that's actually pretty good, because now that's kind of a useless 1/4. Yeah, I mean, he has 4 HP, but that's going to be easily dealt with. Of course, the Mana Worm is going to be kind of annoying in this kind of stage, especially at turn 7. He has the Flame Strike, so you can always stack that up in terms of the spells with the Mana Worm ability here. So Xinhuan, I mean, he has a couple of options. He can always run that 1/4 into that 2/2 and even ping the shield off if he wants. But he's going to go for the Defender here, and I think he's probably going to ping the shield as well.
Yes, of course. Definitely going to ping a shield off. You're going to trade the 2/5 for a 2/2, and then a 2/4 will go for face since the 3/3 doesn't kill it.
Right. Yeah, actually that's quite true. So let's see if he goes with this. Yeah, he's going to go with the same play like you mentioned there. Going to get in a little bit more damage towards Allura. I mean, Xinhuan, I mean, he has a very strong late game as well because of the double Pyroblast. So he doesn't need to worry too much about, you know, just trading minions. He just wants to do as much damage as possible. There is a Consecrate ability here on top of the quality, which is kind of a, would you say would be the better play here?
It won't be one of the worst plays here, which is what he's going for, because he actually gets a lot of value from these very efficient cards.
Yeah, definitely. There we go. He's gonna go and go ahead and use that equality Consecrate combination, getting 3 hit down onto Xinhuan. So it seems they're both at 25 and 25, but the Argent Commander does come out for Xinhuan here. I do believe maybe even getting the water elemental out is better, and then pinging even the tree one.
Yep. Water Elemental and ping. Unfortunately, equality works as a double-edged sword, and down goes the 3/3.
Yeah, especially against mages. It's just so annoying to do it because of that hero power. Even with druids and, you know, rogues and all those kind of jazz. There is a sort of justice. I was just top decked there by Allura. It seems like, would you...
He's thinking about it. He's thinking of Sword Justice, and then tinkering the Water Elemental.
Interesting. Now, the thing is it worth it on this creature here that's on the board right now?
Actually, it would be kind of worth it, because if that creature manages to stay alive, it will seal off the Paladin's ability to attack with his weapon.
Right. Yeah. Actually, that's very true. But it seems like he's just gonna go ahead and use his hero power here. That's gonna be a 2/2 down to 1/4 durability there, and back to Xinhuan's hand. He does actually top deck a Shattered Sun Cleric. I mean, by all means, he can actually use this and just hit face, right? Or do you think he should even play something like an Argent Commander here? Trade the 3/6 for the 2/2.
No, definitely not trading an Argent Commander. Not breaking the Argent Commander shield for a free 2/2.
Right.
Yeah, that's not one of the places that we want to go, especially when Paladin normally runs 2 Consecrate.
Yeah, actually, that's also a very, very valid point indeed. He's actually gonna go ahead and just ping the face, so that's down to 20. I mean, Allura is actually down to 20 HP right now. He can't really attack with that weapon. I don't think he really wants to trade here. I mean, he can use his 2/2 for that 3/2. There is also Avenging Wrath available for him to use as well, a Consecrate. There's a lot of things he has, even as a bubble available for him. The Tink Master Overspark, of course, is still in the inventory, and I'm pretty sure he's probably, like, I think even I would agree with you, like, the better play here would just to be Tink Master the 4/7. I mean, it's buffed up already, you might as well just use it. Yeah, even though it's a 5/5, that can still be easily killed later on, so... We're gonna have to see what he's gonna go for. He's actually going for a little bit more spell-oriented. Going with Avenging Wrath. Here we go with the RNG. It's gonna drop it to 4/4, but unfortunately, he still doesn't have enough damage for this. And I don't even think he's gonna go ahead and use the Argent Protector here.
Not nearly is enough. Well, Argent Protector here seems to be quite wasteful, I would say. He'll probably just hero power and pass. Hero power, go for face and pass. So even if he trades for another one, this free minion will gonna trade for it next turn.
Yeah, actually that is a possibility, of course, because even though the Argent Protector goes on the field, it's only 3/3. It gets easily killed here.
Or he could just shield up and use the shield to break it.
Ah, I see. So making sure to have that presence and ability to just keep that minion alive. Of course, he's going to be able to do a little bit more damage here. But you have to remember there is a Flame Strike in the inventory there of Xinhuan. I'm not sure if he's going to decide to do it. He doesn't have his Mana Worm out anymore, so unfortunately not going to be able to have that synergy there.
Sadly.
So do you think the Flame Strike would be the better play here, or just like play even more minions to get even much more board presence?
Well, here's where it comes down to mind games. If you Flame Strike right now, having double Flame Strike, you might trick the opponent into believing, oh, that's his only Flame Strike, he doesn't have any board clear, he's going to desperate mode right now because I'm flanking board. So he might play like all of his minions next turn just because of that.
So it really depends on mind games and how the enemy, the opponent perceives it. But in this kind of sense, it seems like he wants to go Argent Commander, which I think is probably the. It's not the best choice here because either way he still loses both minions.
Yes.
And I don't know about that. I mean, like he is kind of at a tough spot now. He's probably gonna hero power the face. Oh, actually thinking about the 3/3 there. In this kind of situation, would you actually ping the face? Okay, he's gonna go ahead and ping with the face there. Do you agree with this play?
Not even opting to play the Argent Square though. That's quite a questionable role there.
Yeah, I mean that's actually a really good play because I mean the Argent Square becomes a 2/2. He gets a shield, can definitely trade with a lot of the minions here, except for the 3/3 of course. He's gonna go ahead and play on hand, so he gets both his double Pyromancers, and don't forget their quality there. So that's a free 4 mana cost board clear. I think he's probably gonna save that combo though because I don't think he really wants to waste it. I mean in this kind of sense, he can actually just use his 2/2 ram into that 4/2 to break the shield and even consecrate here. I mean he has a lot of board clear, doesn't he?
Well,
so
he doesn't have any enough mana for consecrate since he already has used lay on
right,
hand.
yeah. Exactly, so that's really unfortunate for him there. The Frostbolt actually gets top deck here for Xinhuan. I think Xinhuan is just trying his best to quickly burn down his Paladin and make sure that he is not able to play any more minions on the board. And unfortunately, there's not enough minions to make it viable for a Flame Strike. It seems like he's just going to go ahead and go for the Frostbolt there and going to go ahead and ram the face.
Yep, he's trying to force Xinhuan to, he's trying to force Allura to break the bubble with a hero weapon and take extra 4 damage.
Yeah, I guess that is a good play indeed. I mean, the bubble will get destroyed, but let's take a look at the hand of Allura. Of course, like we said earlier, he has a board clear, that 4 mana board clear, but
Well, here we go, man.
interesting. So he plays. Okay, so now there's double. Oh, but there's a top deck Avenging Wrath here, and the Blood Knight. Oh my God, here we go. That is a beast of a mob. That's a 9/9
Consecration.
right there. That's a 10/10 actually. Sorry, my bad. Consecration available right now to destroy this. He's gonna go ahead with this. He has a lot of board clear. He doesn't really care about it right now. While Pyromancer is gonna be so strong, out comes the recruit there. That's 12 damage on the board. I think Xinhuan is in a really tough spot. Even if he has the Flame Strike, that Blood Knight is not gonna die. He has the ability.
Sadly, didn't top deck his polymorph there.
Yeah, he didn't top deck his polymorph. Does he even have a polymorph in this deck?
Actually, no. He doesn't run a polymorph.
He doesn't run a polymorph, which is kind of surprising me. There is a Blizzard though. If he can get a Blizzard, then at least he can slow down the progress a bit, but unfortunately he top decked the Mana Worm, so Mana Worm isn't really going to do much in this kind of situation. Now he's thinking, does he throw out the Flame Strike or does he go ahead with the Sylvanas here?
Definitely a Sylvanas play would be the better here, so if he can run the Sylvanas in, kill off the 2/2, which is what he's going to do right here. So he can definitely get a 10/5 next turn.
Right, yeah, I mean 10/5 is definitely a lot more better as, but the Faceless Manipulator here,
Go for equality?
Interesting play. I think this actually. Oh, okay. So what he's gonna do is hit face. He's gonna Wild Pyromancer and kill everything on the board. So. Oh no! Avenging Wrath. Wait, shouldn't he?
That is questionable.
Yeah, shouldn't he have just hit face first and then Wild Pyromancer and an equality?
So.
But lucky for him, the RNG wasn't in Xinhuan's favor, and that's game right there.
Ah, that's why he's aiming for. He's actually aiming for lethal.
Yeah, the lethal. So that's actually a really good play there coming out. So. I guess we could have missed that out a bit, but definitely a well-deserving victory there for Allura. That's really well played by him. He actually got a really good combo going there with the equality and then into the
Avenging
Wrath. I mean, he was down to, I think it was
6 HP. Yep.
Yeah, so 6 HP. He got the RNG in his favor, killed both the minions. Wait, did he kill both the minions? Yeah, he did. He killed both the minions. No, he killed his minion and then did a lot more damage.
At that point, it wasn't considered RNG anymore because 8 damage is gonna have 100% chance to hit both minions and the face.
Yeah.
Since you kill both, right?
Exactly.
So 6 damage is definitely going to the face.
All right. So, anyways, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's take a. Okay, you know what? I want to talk about the game a little bit more. What could have Xinhuan done? Like, do you think he should have actually thrown the Flame Strike a little bit more earlier in that game? when he had a
Well,
chance. Like there was a couple of chances
yes.
he had.
Looking at the game just now, right? Flame Strike ended up to be 2 dead cards in the hand.
Yeah.
In his hand, they managed to pull off. Well, he wasn't expecting the Blood Knight,
Right.
so can't actually blame him that way.
Uh-huh.
But even then, wasting 1 Flame Strike to clear board, right, would be one of the safest play. But ultimately, he wants to go greedy with it.
Yeah.
He wants to get maximum value out of
Right.
2 Flame Strikes.
But unfortunately, it just ended up, not working in the end, and that just led to his death. So, guys, why don't we just go ahead and jump into the second game here? I want to ask you a question. What do you think is going to be the response hero choice here for Xinhuan right now, after losing his mage?
He would go for the Warlock aggro. That would be one of the best deck against a slow Paladin here.
Yeah, indeed. And looking at his Warlock deck, it's kind of interesting here. I don't think we got to see it yesterday. It's kind of like that very aggressive Murloc Warlock deck we always like to talk about. So let's take a quick look at this game here. Xinhuan, in his hand, he's gonna go second, so he gets the coin as well.
Oh my god,
as
look at that hand.
Look at that amount of 1-drops. He gets the Murloc Raider, the Void Walker, the Leper Gnome, and the Flame Imp. And I'm guessing you're probably thinking, don't mulligan anything.
Of course.
Yeah, so he's gonna
go
go firm with the hand. Let's take a look at Allura's hand. He has the Faceless Manipulator, the Quality, and the Guardian of Kings. And I'm guessing he's probably gonna mulligan the Faceless and Guardian here.
Well, that's the thing. If he has seen Xinhuan's deck, he will probably know that most of his creatures have low health. So mulliganing the equality would be one of the best choices here.
But unfortunately, he doesn't do that. So seems like he's gonna go ahead and keep that. So he has a 1, 2, 3 curve, 1, 2, 3, 4 curve. But
against a 1, 1, 1, 1 curve.
Yeah, exactly, and the coin. So it seems like here, okay, so he does at least get his Argent Squire out, which means he can trade effectively here. But of course, the Flame Imp. No, he's gonna go for the taunt, which is actually the better play here. And a coin and to a Flame Imp, I'm guessing, gonna deal 3 damage to himself, but that doesn't matter because what the hell is the 1/1 gonna really do here?
Yep.
So in this kind of situation, definitely I'm gonna give more of the favor towards Xinhuan because he definitely has that board control plus the fact that there is really nothing much that Allura can do in the sense like he is definitely gonna run that taunt into that 1/1, I guess, or maybe even just trade phase. I guess just popping the bubble is just safer choice here because there is a Blood Knight at the turn 3 which can actually buff himself up if he doesn't burn the shield down. The Blood Imp even comes out right there, the top deck by the way, onto a Leper Gnome and a Murloc Raider. I'm guessing. No, I'm actually not gonna go with the Oh,
he's
sorry,
gonna go face.
Yeah, he didn't have enough
He's
mana.
definitely gonna go face.
My bad. So going for face here. I mean,
there
that's
we go.
a 4 health. The Blood Knight, yeah, it's gonna get buffed up. That's a 6/6 now, so that's actually kind of scary. Gonna run his 1/1 right into it. Now he has 6/7 damage on the board, and the thing is, if he wants to trade, he's gonna lose a lot out of this. But of course, there's the Blue Gale and the Cold Light Seer, though.
Yep.
So there is a substantial amount of combo here if he wants to. He's still gonna lose minions though, and
Yes, definitely he's gonna lose minions.
the question here is,
Is he going to trade for it?
Yeah, which
That's the
minions
thing.
is
He could just opt to go for face.
Which is also a possibility because, I mean, the 6/6 is still gonna have to run into it, and the 1/1 can't really do much damage to any of these mobs because look at that aggression. Wow, even gonna pop out the Blood Imp. I think that XG is kind of scary because if that 1/1 Blood Imp dies here, a lot of his minions is gonna die really quickly. And the thing is, I guess in this kind of situation, he's not afraid because he knows that turn 4 is gonna be that Consecrate.
If he can top deck the Consecrate,
yeah, if he can top that, yeah, because he already is at the turn 4 and he still hasn't done anything just yet. He loses on a lot of minions here, but he's done a lot of damage already as it is. The Cold Light Seer is probably going to come out after the... actually he doesn't have the mana
well,
for
I mean, even if he Cold Light here doesn't actually do much since for health, you should probably just life tap and see what's a better choice here.
But unfortunately, he does play that Cold Light Oracle there. And probably going to go for the face again. Going to go ahead and deal a lot more damage here. He's down to 12 damage. But the thing is, don't forget, look at Allura's hand. He has a Holy Light.
Yep.
And that is kind of annoying to deal with, especially when you're in rush deck and you lose all your minions on board. Look at this value here. I mean, he has a 6/3 already. I think even just running it into the face, maybe, or just trading.
Well, here, right, one of the best play would be killing one off with your True Silver Champion, playing the Sword of Justice, and shooting up your Blood Knight to kill another one of them. So you can trade another 2 more before dying.
Interesting. So, okay, in this kind of situation, it seems like he's going to True Silver the 2/3. That's gonna die, but of course the effects are still gonna last there as that's a battle cry. The Holy Light's actually gonna come out, and I think he's gonna hit face. There is that sort of justice available. I think he's a little bit afraid of Ooze. I don't think he knows that he has Ooze. And he's thinking right now, does he want to Archon Protector this Blood Knight? Because either ways, he's gonna be able to trade 2 minions for this.
Yes.
So
well, he opted to go for the Holy Light there in fear of the Leroy combo, which is on turn 5 is very possible.
oh yes, definitely.
So he's going to go for a Divine Shield here, which is the safest play. He can kill one off for free and still remain a very strong bot presence.
Oh, he actually just goes for it instead of going for the face. So that's actually pretty good. He's just a little bit afraid of, direct damage spells there. So still a very, very good play. There is the Blue Gale Warrior charge right now and a Murloc Tidehunter on Xinhuan's hand, but what is he going to do with it? He can't do much because the thing is, he doesn't have anything else to buff his creatures right now. And I think he should have actually just tapped there and probably played the... Maybe not even play the card, because if a Consecrate comes out, he's going to screw himself over.
Yes, he's going to go through. Basically, right now what he's doing is he's going all out YOLO mode. So he's playing everything he can, he has on his hand, in hopes to flood the board. So opting to kill one off with a 2-2, with a 2-2, yeah, it would be one of the best choice there, since that would trade efficiently with that 1-1.
So okay, it seems here in this kind of situation though that 6-3 is still alive. Sword of Justice is available. Ragnaros actually was drawn there actually, so he's actually just gonna go ahead, Sword of Justice, and use the hero power there to get a 2-2. So I guess in a sense he's still gonna lose that anyway. So I don't know. What do you think could have been a better play?
Oh, this is one of the best play he can pull off, since he can't really equality anything. He'll just keep the Warlock will just trade the Blood Knight for free for one of the cheap minions. And Tank Master doesn't actually do much here, because there's a 50% chance that Warlock might get a 5-5.
Yeah, actually, and that could be a very, very scary thing right there. He's gonna life tap here. There is that Blood in, but unfortunately, both mobs are gonna destroy them either way. He's gonna get the Murloc Tidehunter on top of that, so just making sure to be able to have a little bit more extra board presence here so that he can constantly just keep ramming his minions into the face of the Paladin. Look at that, he's down to 9 HP already, so it seems like Xinhuan is slowly getting himself back in favor, but here comes the Equality while Pyromancer combination. The thing is, I think he should definitely hit face first here.
4 mana board clear.
Yeah, the 4 mana board clear is going to be pretty insane. He's going to go ahead and hit face with this 2-2, yeah. Out comes the Pyromancer, the Equality, and out comes the clear.
The thing is this, Equality and Consecrate here, Equality and Pyromancer doesn't actually kill anything, because he miscalculated for the Blood Imp.
Yeah, the Blood Imp, indeed.
Yes, it was the Blood Imp ability that was keeping them above 2 HP. It was not their own HP or buffed HP.
Oh no, yes.
So he actually screwed himself over this.
Oh my god, he lost a lot of mobs out of that, I do believe.
Yeah,
now
he killed his own board for free.
Oh my god, that's a good thing to remember. That Blood Imp, wow, that Blood Imp, such value there, man, such value. Now he's only left with a Ragnaros on the next turn here, but look at this draw.
I think that's game.
That's game. That's the old Murkai, that's a charge, that's 4-4, that's 2-1, that's a 1-1, there's even a 2-1. He can even ram the 2-1 into the 2-2 to make things even worse, but he's going to win the game in style. So this seems to be a game in Xinhuan's favor. He actually is able to pull back to a 1 game apiece for both of these players with his Warlock deck. And the thing is, his Mage, he had a chance to kind of get back into the game with the Flame Strike, but unfortunately, he didn't get that ability to. And now, he was able to come back in this and redeem himself with that Warlock deck, so at least able to get a 1 game back into this series.
It was a very questionable play by Allura there with his Paladin deck to Pyromancer equality.
Yeah, I think he completely forgot about the fact that the Blood Mage, because even I forgot that
well,
the Blood.
Let me say
not
this.
The Blood Mage, sorry, the Blood
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, mistakes were made indeed, sir. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, it just seems that, in my opinion, that from a general point of view, if you were a new player, it seemed like the better play. Like it was something that was going to be so huge, but just that one minor miscalculation on that Blood Imp just completely screwed him over because he lost at 6-1.
That was one of the classic cases of overexcitement. It's like, oh my god, perfect combination for this.
Yeah,
like Foam's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly, he died. So let's jump into the next game here. I'm gonna ask you again, what deck now do you think Allura is going to run after losing out on his Paladin there?
I think Shaman would be one of the very good plays here against the Warlock. Since you look at Xinhuan's Warlock, right? He has an all-out ability, but the damage there is not a very constant DPS.
Right,
He slows down someone in the middle, sacrificing all of his hands.
Especially if he loses,
Yes.
yeah. So let's take a look at this though. Take a look at Xinhuan's hand. He actually has the Murloc War Leader already, the Blue Gale as well as the Murloc Tidehunter. And I'm guessing he's probably should mulligan one of these for a chance at a 1-drop, or...
Well, he should definitely... Well, he's opting to keep the War Leader there, which is quite questionable for an aggro lock. Because normally going first, right, you will want very aggressive 1-drops.
Right, yeah.
To maintain board presence.
Right. So that the Murloc War Leader is actually going to be able to stay on the board after it's played. Anyways, let's look at a hand at the Allura here. He has a Starfall, Druid of the Claw, and Ragnaros the Firelord. I'm guessing Ragnaros is probably the choice to mulligan here.
Yes, he should definitely keep Starfall and Druid of the Claw. So that he can actually have coin Druid of the Claw on turn 4 to a 4/6, which is very, very hard for a Warlock to deal with, especially in aggro lock.
Yeah. And Starfall is just great for those later stages where you have to deal with a lot of minions on the board. Claws there for the early game. Ragnar is definitely going to be mulligan here, so let's go ahead, see what happens. So he's actually going to go ahead and mulligan the Druid of Claw, though. So what do you think about that play?
Well, he was thinking that
a taunt.
He's not going to coin into the Druid of Claw. Instead, he's going to coin into the Starfall.
Which I guess is also a decent way to put it. I mean, he even has his chin on that. There is a Knife Juggler here, which actually could be proved useful. Would you play the Knife Juggler first, I'm guessing here?
Well, if you want to go aggressive on the turn 3 and get maximum damage, you should play a Tidehawk.
Murloc Tidehunter, yeah, because of
summon another 1/1. Yep, and then you're shielded with the taunt there from the hero ability.
So in this kind of sense, he actually has 5 mana already. Interfate.
There we go.
Oh well, he's gonna just go ahead with the taunt here on the shield. Sorry, the Shield Master, the Senjin Shield Master.
Haslingo.
Haslingo indeed. He gets a Grimskill Oracle on top of the Murloc War Leader. I think the War Leader is still probably gonna be the choice here. I do believe, because he already has minions on the board. I guess he could trade for the 5 or...
Well, unfortunately he has a Senjin on the play, which is quite expected, but not really that out of place for a Druid to do so. So the best play here is to clear the taunt. Well, he has to clear it. I would suggest to play the War Leader and run your 2 Warlocks into it, since that 2 cards actually is like 1 card.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he can just sacrifice a taunt, but that's quite dangerous. It opens up your War Leader subjected to damage.
And the hero power.
Yep.
So, yeah, definitely probably is going to decide, he's actually going with a taunt instead. Well, I guess he's not afraid. But the thing is, there is a claw in Allura's hand right now, and he can actually use that to destroy the War Leader, making the 2/1 ultimately very, very useless.
Yes, he's definitely going to claw into hero power here and clear the War Leader.
Yeah, so there we go. The War Leader, he's targeting it. He's not going to take any damage, which is even better for him.
Yep.
Down that Murloc goes. It's going to be a 1/1. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Look at that. Now, the question here is, Knife Juggler, Bluegill Warrior, Grimskill Oracle. Which of these cards do you think he's going to play? Oh, he actually top decks a Young Priestess as well, which is going to be an option here. I think he's going to Grimskill and a Young Priestess. Would that be the better play here?
Well, that would be one of the very aggressive play, but you gotta remember, man, for going up against a Druid, right, having 3/1 health minions is very...
he can coin Starfall here?
You can coin Starfall, you can even swipe, man. Swipe here would be devastating.
Yeah, swipe would be devastating, but the thing is, he unfortunately doesn't have one right now in his hand, so that's a little unfortunate for him.
He's actually looking for swipe, so he can kill everything at once. Because if he Starfall here, you can actually kill everything.
Oh, he's actually gonna go ahead and coin and kill the priestess. Yeah, this is a smart move. We saw this yesterday. As the longer you keep that young priestess on the board, you're gonna screw yourself over from that, because it just keeps adding on value to all your low cost cards. So you gotta nicely address that issue there. That's gonna be very good for him. He gets another Murloc War Leader to play with this Bluegill, so this is actually very good for him. I mean, he can just avoid the Harvest Golem and go for face and deal a lot more damage. Or do you think he should just trade right here?
Well, he definitely should go for face right here for the a lot of extra damage. It's down to 5 health.
Wow,
on
look at
turn
that.
5.
That damage is insane because now, here's the question. He can Starfall, but it's not going to be enough to kill it.
Yes.
Now he's actually in a really tough spot. I think well, there is a healing touch still. So he can kind of save himself a bit, but it's not enough.
He's got a Starfall here. Definitely he's got a Starfall. But even then, he's not going to kill the Knife Juggler and the War Leader. So he's still facing 5 damage.
Yeah.
6 damage to the face.
Yeah,
and
so,
not enough for hero power. I think that's game.
Yeah, that does look like game. I mean, a very aggressive play there did work out for Xinhuan. I mean, now he has no cards in hand, but the thing is, he's in such a good spot that even if the Starfall was to come out, they would survive. A couple of minutes would survive. Like the Knife Juggler, the what is this? What's the guy called again?
So War Leader.
The War Leader, yeah, the War Leader, yeah.
War
He's
Leader.
gonna go ahead with the Starfall. Now the War Leader and the Knife Juggler is gonna survive. He
gonna
can
kill
trade.
one.
He can trade, which means he will be able to still survive one more turn.
Yep.
But after that, what is he gonna really do? I mean, like, if you look at Xinhuan's hand, he has double Soulfire. He's probably gonna tap here because he knows that Blood Imp is kind of useless right now. He has a charge.
And
He has
that's
a
game.
charge. That's game. That's game right there. That's GG's because now the charge and the Knife Juggler, in fact, the Knife Juggler getting the RNG on the minion, that's gonna be 5 damage to the face. Xinhuan with the top deck Hearthstone at its finest. He gets the game. That's
Blue
2
Gale
games.
Torpedo.
Exactly, the Blue Gale Torpedo. What a name for it. He's gonna win 2 games right now against. Xinhuan's gonna win 2 games against Allura right here, and that's pretty amazing to see. Now I want to ask you. Even if he, let's say, what could have Allura done? Should he have, if he kept the what was it, the Druid of the Claw? Would he have had a better chance? Because he actually drew an Innervate as well.
Yes, definitely he will have a better chance there if he kept the Druid of the Claw.
Yeah, I mean, if he had the first 6, I guess he had to ram in a lot of the early minions.
Yes, he will sacrifice. He will soak up a lot of damage, even with the War Leader.
Right. Yeah, and I think that was a major concern there, especially on the part of Xinhuan. Because Xinhuan I think he was panicking a bit because he was worried that he might be at a state where he's going to lose his minions really quickly. But he got a lot of value because of his Blood Imps. And what was it? The Murloc Raid Leader? Warlord. Sorry, yeah. The Warlord was pretty awesome.
War Leader.
Yeah, the Murloc Warlord. And the thing is, the Warlord helped and kept all his minions on the board for so long for the last turn, and just ultimately wasn't able to lose out most of it. Even the Knife Yoga was able to survive. So I'm gonna ask you that right now. Oh wait, okay, let's see. Xinhuan. Sorry, not Xinhuan. Allura lost both his decks, so he's gonna go for his Shaman now, and this is the final countdown in a sense, I guess you could say, because he has to make sure he wins this so that he has a chance to get back into the series. If not, he's gonna lose here and ultimately be completely eliminated from this tournament. So now, just jumping in this game right here, look at that Golden Murloc Tidecaller. That is pretty awesome. Now that is actually a very good one-shot because he actually has a Murloc War Leader and that Murloc Raider there. So there's a lot of Murlocs in this Warlock deck that's gonna make you go a lot crazy. Do you think he should save all the cards in his hand?
Well, Murloc Tidecaller and War Leader is a good starting hand, but Murloc Raider is questionable, to be honest, since you already have the first drop for Tidecaller. You ultimately want Murloc Tidecaller, Tidehunter at turn 2. So you got one. The first drop you have a Tidecaller. Second drop summon another Murloc,
and then you get even more on the Murloc Tidecaller, right? That'll be pretty strong. We're looking at Allura's hand though. Doom Hammer. Okay, so we know that he has a Doom Hammer in his hand, a Bloodlust as well as Blood Mage, Daedalus, and a Lightning Star. The thing is here, what do you think he should mulligan?
Definitely Bloodlust. He could opt to keep the Doom Hammer, but if the Murloc gets buffed over 2 HP, he's gonna lose more health trying to kill the minions than he does. He could clip the Blood Mage and Lightning Storm, as he's one of the best board clears there is for a Shaman. Yeah,
and as you can see right there, he's gonna follow your play, and he gets a Knife Juggler actually, so seems like he can play the Murloc Tidecaller. The next round he is gonna have to hope that he gets a Murloc, what was it called? The one that
Tidehunter.
The Tidehunter, yeah, that summons it. He actually top decks a Forked Lightning here, and Forked Lightning is for 2 minions, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
So that is actually pretty good here, and I mean he has a coin right now. I think he wants to kill this off and make sure that it doesn't survive at all because he's a little bit afraid of it getting buffed up. He's gonna coin, but he's actually gonna go ahead and just use Novice Engineer here.
Yep.
Wants to get a little bit more. Oh, he gets the Stormforge Axe, so he's gonna address that right there.
That's a very good top deck for him.
Exactly. Hopefully Xinhuan can come up with a taunt, but unfortunately he doesn't have it. He has. If he knew his opponent said, I guess his best play would be abusive and Murloc Raider and quickly deal the damage to his face with his Murloc. What is it called? The Murloc.
Well, actually, in long term, right, the aggressive play here is to knife juggler, but he's going to opt for killing off the minion, which is quite questionable to be honest. I mean, I guess he wants his Murloc Tie Collar to survive longer.
Alright. But look at this though, I mean, he has the Stormforge Axe, he can easily kill this off. Now the question was, I mean, like earlier, like I mentioned, do you think he should have just used the Abusive Sergeant and then the Warlock so that he can buff his damage even much more to get more damage into the Shaman rather than trading with the Novice?
Well, trading with the Novice won't be such a bad play this early on, since that all of his minion dies to a 1/2 drop, has 1 health.
Alright.
Try to keep bot presence over there.
Well, okay, so at least he gets his Murloc War Leader here, so that means now at least it becomes a 4/2. It will at least essentially take 4 damage to the face if he decides to use a Stormforge Axe, and even if he tries to go for the Murloc Tide Collar, he's still gonna be it's still gonna survive, and he needs to use a spell. Now the thing is, he has a Blood Mage, but unfortunately doesn't have 3 mana here to cast his combo because of that overload from the previous round, using the Stormforge Axe. So now he's thinking, does he just go ahead and use the Fork Lightning in the hopes of aiming both the 2/1 and 4/2?
Well, that would be the best. That would be the most damage he can mitigate from here. But instead, he's gonna go for a hero power into Searing Totem. Well, here's the thing: if you opt to kill a 4/2, it will ultimately work in the favor of the Warlock, since he is playing an aggro lock.
Yeah. Exactly.
Lower HP means more win.
Exactly, and it seems like he's gonna go. Wow. So he's gonna go for the Tide Collar instead. That's sorry. What's the name again? I keep forgetting.
The Murloc War Leader.
The War Leader. Sorry.
Well,
no.
He's trying to set up for a very efficient Lightning Storm, but he's gonna take a lot of damage here.
Yeah, in this round especially. And the thing is, he can actually save his old Merc Eye for later because in case of fear of a Lightning Storm here, he can probably just not play any minion right now and just deal damage, or maybe even play the Knife Juggler, because I think the Knife Juggler should be able to survive.
But playing the Merc Eye here will definitely deal a lot of damage.
Well,
the War Leader does buff the Merc Eye.
This War Leader is still gonna survive, actually, now that I think about it, even with the Lightning Storm and the Blood Mage, isn't it?
Yes, he's gonna survive.
Wow, so I think in this kind of situation, I think he is actually...
And he has to run his axe into the Merc Eye to kill it.
Oh my god, I think this might actually be game here. This happened again. This happened in the previous round where he just zerged him down so quickly that he has no response because there's no minions to the board.
Look at
the Feral Spirit though, that will actually save him a lot in this game. So I'm guessing he's gonna just go with the Feral Spirit. There is no other card he can play. He can play with the Fork Lightning in the hopes of at least damaging more of the cards here. I mean, he can at least kill all the cards. I mean, all of those 3 cards on the board besides the what is this? The Merc Eye.
Well, here he has a choice to Lightning Storm. He has a choice to Fork Lightning and Feral Spirit, which is what he's gonna do. That is one of the safest play here, as you have 2 taunts to deal with, and he's gonna run the Searing Totem and kill the War Leader, and then Fork Lightning in hopes to kill off the 2/1.
Right. But here's the thing, though. After using that combo, in the next turn he's only gonna be left with 3 mana.
Actually left with 1 mana.
Yeah, left with 1 mana.
But that's his only choice for salvation at this point. He could just ignore the fact that not do anything this turn and just pass, but he's subjecting himself to a way higher risk for aggro lock that one Soulfire might kill him.
Yeah.
He might have power overwhelming to get through the taunts, and that's game.
Oh wow, he actually decides to... Oh, the Soulfire's here! It's well played! That's gonna be the 3rd game! That's the series right there! What a way to end it! That, again, my friends, top deck Hearthstone at its finest. He wins the game. That top deck Soulfire, that was... I don't know what to say. I mean, that was just GG's. I mean, you can't really do anything against that. He burned him down really quickly. He put him in Soulfire range. There was really no heal for the Shaman as well.
Yep.
And in fact, looking at his deck, I don't think he has any heal at all. So that was pretty much very in favor for Xinhuan there. That top deck so far practically won him the game. In fact, even the previous game where he top decked, I can't remember what he top decked. I think it was. What was it? He top decked a charge, the Merc guy.
No, it was a Blue Gill Warrior.
The blue gill torpedo. Yes.
The Blue Gill Torpedo, baby.
The torpedo did work. So again, a lot of his top decks in favor of Xinhuan. He advances now in this losers bracket, and that means that's the end of the road of this Hearthstone journey for Allura, which is sad to say. We get to see less of him, but you know what? We have a lot more Hearthstone action ahead of us, and I hope you guys enjoy the coverage that we're bringing to you today. And don't forget, this is the second day of this Hearthstone Alley tournament here in Singapore. We've got a lot more games coming up, so do stay tuned. We'll be right back.